Hello guys, today we are going to be looking at the lesson 2 of the Forex trading program at Algolit. The lesson 2 is about the major pairs and sessions. So at the end of this lesson, you will know when the market moves most, London and New York session, especially during London and New York overlaps. Identify major currency pairs like Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, and USD CHF. Understand liquidity importance, high liquidity, tougher spreads, and smoother trading. Explain session timings, Asia, London, and New York opens and close, and their overlaps. Forex sections and why it matters. Forex market sessions. The Forex market operates 24 hours a day because global financial centers across different time zones and open and close in sequences. This creates overlapping sessions where trading activity and volatility vary. Now, during the Asia session, the major pairs that you should be focusing on are JPY, AUD, and NZD. So, major financial centers like the Tokyo, the Singapore, and the Hong Kong, they open at 12 a.m. and close at 9 a.m. And then the characteristics of this session is that it has low volatility compared to London and New York. Currency pairs involve JPY, AUD, and NZD are more active, often used by traders for range bound or smaller investments. Now we move to the London session. Now during the London session, the major financial center, London, this is the opening time. It opens at 8 o'clock a.m. and close at 5 a.m. Now, the characteristics are high liquidity, especially for Euro, GBP, and USD pairs. Most institutional activities occur here. Now, major price movement often happen at the open and close overlaps with the Asia session, which is at around 8 to 9 a.m. During this time, the Asia session is open and the London session is open as well. So the volatility in these sessions, both sessions come together and it makes the market move even faster and stronger at that moment. And then overlap with Asia session and the New York session at around 1 to 5, which also overlaps with the London session at that point. Now we move to the New York session. Now during the New York session, it opens around 1 p.m. and closes at 10 p.m. That's Ghana time. Now the characteristics here is that there's high liquidity for USD pairs, often sees continuation or reversal of London session moves. Peak volatility occurs when London overlaps. That's around 1 to 5 Ghana time. Now, close of the New York session, which is around 10, often marks a slow day in trading activity. So during the trading day at around 10 o'clock Ghana time, the market is always slow and then movement ceases sometimes, but it moves very slowly, which is not a good time for trading. Now, the next thing we'll be looking at here is the major currency pairs. Those are called major because they involve the most traded currencies and offer the tightest spreads, low transaction costs. Now, as a trader, spreads should be what you always look out at always, because the higher the spreads, the more fees you have to pay, and then the lower the spread, the less fee you have to pay. So with the major pairs, we have the Euro USD, which is Euro USD, and then they are most active or has high volatility or high liquidity globally at the London and the New York session. Now, the GBP USD is also another major pair, which also is traded at London and New York. It has high volatility during London Open. Then we look at the USD JPY, which occurs on Tokyo and overlapped with London, popular in Asia sessions. We have the USD CHF. We'll be trading those pairs very soon. Now, importance of liquidity. To be able to trade this market effectively, you must understand liquidity. This is the most important aspect of trading. Now, liquidity refers to how easily an asset can be bought or sold without affecting its price. Major pairs have the highest liquidity, meaning tighter spreads, lower trading costs, less slippage. Others are executed at expected prices. Price moves are more predictable during high volume periods. So the key point here is the most movement occurs during London and New York sessions, especially when they overlap, because this is when major banks and institutions are trading. So as a retail trader, you have to always position yourself to trade during the time the institutions are trading. You have to always pay attention to when liquidity is generated in the market, and then how the liquidity are being generated and when they will be taken, which I'll be teaching you guys in a few weeks to come. Now, this is a summary of the sessions. Now we have the Asia session. This is the opening and this is the close, and this are the news. Now we have the London session, open, close. We have the New York session, open and then close. So these are the times that every session is open. So we move to the overlapping highlights. Now on the overlapping highlights, we can see that the London and Tokyo overlaps at around 8. At that moment, London is opened, Asia is opened. It has moderate volatility. And then the London and New York overlaps at around 1 p.m. to around 7 p.m. It has the highest volatility of the day. So you might want to be trading during that window. And this is just so you can pause the video and have a look at